Hey Aries, welcome to your April reading. This is going to be an in general reading. Whatever I'm supposed to pick up on is what I will pick up on. Ultimately, in this reading, look forward to me diving into what needs to be prioritized in your energy. This will help you stay on course and on track for your greater good. Ultimately, also to look forward to in this reading is 3 exciting things in which I normally perform during my readings. That first includes a soundtrack. If you'd like to take advantage of that, I have provided those songs below and they are tied to this reading. Also, I will charm cast, so you get more from that. And at the very end of this reading, look forward to a clear yes or no answer to a question maybe you've been pondering for a while, or a question that comes up during this reading. Okay, Aries, happy birthday. This is your season. I am going to find out what needs to be heard. Let's get into this reading. First, starting your soundtrack. Definitely take advantage of at least one of these songs. It's the first song. It's usually the first song and the last song that are the most significant to the readings. If you'd like, take advantage of at least those. Let's get into this. Okay, Never Say Never by Tristan Pettyman. Alright, I'm using a full spread in this. We're talking about everything or anything. I'm not gonna lead this reading to be whether it's financial, family, love, romance. I'm just keeping it open to whatever it's meant to be in the month of April for Aries. Okay, from the heart of the matter, what's going on? The Four of Chalices, what's crossing you currently, Aries, in March, April, the Magician, what's on top of your situation? The Sun, what's on bottom of your situation? This is what you're trying to let go of, a lesson already learned. The Queen of Wands, what is happening in, or what's just happened recently in your past leading up to this situation. The Six of Pentacles, and what you have to look forward to in the near future. The Eight of Chalices. What do you represent, Aries? Strength. The Ten of Chalices and the Emperor. Okay, that's a lot, but that's who you are right now, and that's the energy that's meant to be picked up on. What are you moving into? The Nine of Pentacles, and what do you hope and fear the most? The Knight of Chalices and the King of Chalices. What is the outcome for this energy, please? The outcome for April, Aries. The outcome is the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Wheel. This is destined for you. And the Knave of Chalices, my goodness. And the World. Oh my God. So talk about power. Yes, absolutely. Picking up on birthday energy. This is you being the most powerful that you can be. You are potentially living in your prime energy. This is you hitting your mark, hitting your potential in this moment of life, the best that it can be hit. What else? This is the romantic aspect of your situation. If there's anything that's meant to be seen or heard, this is where I pick up on it. Okay, Aries, for April, this is what needs to be prioritized in order to keep this energy on course and on track for their greater good. Something about something being textbooked, no doubt about it, no questions, realistic. Make the effort, express your love and playfulness, and then flirt. Okay. Also, we're looking at the oracle from the Flaming Roses Hidden Oracle. Okay, Aries. What else? April for Aries. This is helping this person stay on course and on track for their greater good. One card, incoming tea exposed. Wait, a little more. I hate drama, so I don't want to talk about drama. Let's see what else needs to be spoken about. Time to bake up a new love recipe and not seeing the truth. And it's hidden from the masculine energy in himself. Also, how do you feel in April, Aries? How are you getting along with everything? How do you feel about what you're experiencing? How can I help you in this? Something about taking things for granted or not taking things for granted and wishing upon a star. That is audibly what I heard. Okay. Nothing matters except for the end. What else? Cards are so talkative lately. Perfectly imperfect. Hell yes, I love it. Take a double take, moody, looking at the polarity of your situation, making sure that you're not taken from energetically, that your energy is kind of beating or on a high frequency right now. It's very available. Nice energy. It looks like you're ready to be gentle and kind and put into the gentler side of this, prim and proper, and then best friends. Bottom of the deck is vacation time. You do need a break. Acknowledge that in April as something significant. Okay, I'm pausing to organize all of these cards. There's so many cards, but I do see what's going on. Ultimately, the heart of the matter here. April. You can't get away from the fact that you are not content. You are not happy in your situation. You're bored and you're left distracted. Something about your current situation isn't feeding you in a way that you are actually captivated. You're distracted by something else, somewhere farther than your situation, the home. Ultimately, what's crossing you right now is the Magician. It looks like you are trying to muster up something else, and you're trying to apply or try to actually make sense of what it is that you want. And in this concoction, creating what you want, creating more. You want to have more because of your current situation. This unsatisfied energy. What has happened in the recent past is the Six of Pentacles. It looks like you have received proof, you have received communication, you have received something to the point where you want to give into it equally. You have understood that you have been matched with the Six of Pentacles, matched to the point where you are curious to see if you give into this, if you're nice about it, if you are open to it. what will happen? Will you receive back equally? Will you get back? That's the question. And this is what you're stepping out of. Ultimately, what you've been learning, what you're kind of trying to let go of, and or through your experience, this is what you're ready to kind of outgrow, to overcome. This is the Queen of Wands, understanding that you have so much attraction and so much fiery energy and purpose. Ultimately, this is helping you step into your power. It's powering you up. And this is ultimately what's kind of propelling you into what matters. Ultimately, this is your joy. This is coming out of the darkness. This is finding your happiness, your joy, your abundance. What needs to be prioritized is the sun, happiness. It looks like you are finally finding a light in your situation, and that's all you can see. That's all. That is, in fact, what's distracting you from your current situation. It's almost like this light, this bright, shiny, positive joy is so bright that you can't see anything else. And that is what you're prioritizing. It is because you feel destined to this. You feel drawn to it. You feel so many possibilities in this energy. Ultimately, what you represent is the strength. And, oh my gosh, the 10 of Chalices and the Emperor. So, this card, the strength. It looks like you're having a hard time stepping or finding courage. You're having a hard time moving towards what it is that you believe in. Ultimately, in this, you are finding the need to kind of control your situation and or find the brute, the strength, the compassionate, the heart, like the meaning of this situation. You are ready to kind of find the meaning and move towards that, and ultimately you are feeling compassion. You're waking up to it. Ultimately, this means happiness for you. This means everlasting happiness. Ultimately, with this card coming out in the upright position, you are happiness. You are everything. You are everything. Ultimately, I feel like you understand that. You understand that you are walking away from something that didn't give you that, didn't make you feel like everything. But you are everything, and that is what you want to focus on. You want to focus on the everything. You really want to put everything into your heart, your joy, your happiness, and your fulfillment. Ultimately, the 10 of Cups in itself is living in your fulfillment. That's what you represent. In your best energy, you want fulfillment. You want to live in your happiness and really start moving towards joy, finding the light in your situation. The Emperor himself in your energy states that you're ready to actually get serious. You're ready to start building. You're starting to plan. Ultimately, this plan is meant for your foundation. You're really ready to put into this and get serious about building a really strong foundation. This is what your energy represents. And ultimately, as an intuitive reader, I'm picking up on your energy in itself is 50%. You have another 50% that's involved here, and this is what you're walking towards. This is what you're kind of walking away from the past, whatever has hurt you, whatever is taken from you, whatever has clearly just, it's karmic. All of these karmic experiences that you've dealt with in the past leading up to this is actually helping you walk away and find your worth. And that is what you have to look forward to in the near future with this 8 of Chalices, is actually discovering what you're worth and from this discovery, putting into it and walking towards it. What you're walking into with an outside influence is more. What you represent and what you're walking into is the 8, and what you are stepping into with an outside influence is getting that more. You are getting more now. Your 9 of Pentacles energy that's being brought to you by an outside influence is actually being able to live in your happiness, being able to actually reap the rewards of your karmic, whatever is karmically tied to you. And whatever is karmically tied to you, actually be able to physically be a part of that. Live in this. Be a part of it. Live in this. Ultimately, this physicality is being brought to you by another individual, and from that you can live in this physical growth. Be a part of it. Be a part of this and put into it to receive more, to go somewhere else. 9 is meant for more. You're almost there. You're so close. And that is exactly what you're walking into in the near future with this 8 of Chalices, is understanding that you can put movement into this. And as soon as you move into this, you will receive fluidity. You will receive motions. You will receive back. And that's kind of what you're letting go. It's almost like that is the understanding. That's the experience or the understanding that you have come into from your past. From your past, you have understood that words, that action, that putting into the physical, putting into this, you have to either talk about it, you either have to action, you have to put action into this, you have to put into this in order to receive back equally in reciprocity. Reciprocity in itself is giving and receiving equally and letting it be the flow. What you hope in this energy and fear ultimately at the same time. The King of Chalices is finding stability in your emotional situation and actually being able to be the bigger person, and from this overcome so much to the point where you can teach and you can be the provider of emotional stability. That's what you hope for. And what's almost not important, because it didn't come out as it being significant, but what you fear in this situation is the fact that you fear that you are the reason why this stability, this foundation could be its demise. The reason why nothing can ever build. The reason why it's the problem. You are the problem in itself. But that is so fake and so not right, and you need to get away from that thought. You are the foundation. You are the king of this situation, and ultimately this means more. You can build more, but you have to put into your kingdom. You have to find what it is you are king of. What are you the king of? And once you find that answer, you can be the reason why. You can be that backbone. You can be ultimately the strength in finding this stability. What you're looking for ultimately in this energy is excitement, seeing a vision of what it is that you want and actually seeing the possibilities. And that is what your outcome is with the 2 of Wands, is actually seeing more. Seeing possibilities, looking for ultimately once you define what it is that you're seeing, once it is that you kind of take a look and acknowledge what it is that you want from this, next is putting into it. Ultimately, with this bottom deck energy being the wheel in itself, this is destined. This energy that I'm picking up on is destined energy, and you will find that it will not go away. It won't go away because it's destined to you and your energy. Ultimately, it's a choice in this cycle This cycle will always reoccur, and from this cycle you have a choice to make a difference, go somewhere in this cycle, or kind of stay on the same cycle. It's up to you. But the cycle is here, and it's making itself known that this is your destined energy, and it's your choice to do what you want with it. Ultimately, it's moving. So whatever you do with it, we'll see what happens. Ultimately, it looks like some type of love offer, or believing in the romance and putting into the romance is what's important. Bottom line, and making a love offer. That's what this card represents. In this, you are walking away the winner. Bottom deck energy states that this is bottom line. You are the winner. You are experienced, and from this experience, you are actually able to give into this and be the victor, be the winner, walking away first place. And because of this, being so shiny in your environment and seeing all of your life's glories, not life's or your situations, living in your glory in this situation. It looks like the masculine energy is hiding something, and the feminine energy is not seeing this hidden energy. Ultimately, this is depleting you and kind of sucking the passionate aspect of this. It's almost like you have to see the imperfect qualities of yourself being the most perfect qualities for this energy. The bipolar aspect of this situation, you have to understand that mood is here. There is a moody, volatile energy that is kind of swishy or back and forth, but ultimately this is meant, you're supposed to see the purity and be gentle and nice about it. The opposite of nice is mean. Stop being mean if you're being mean, or if you want, look at it as searching for the nicer, the gentler, pure, more important parts of this. Ultimately, it looks like you need to dress up for this. You really need to live in this opportunity and kind of dress to the nine. Be as I don't know, but ultimately it looks like you, if you ask, you will understand what's going on. There is news to be heard. There is important information that is meant to be exposed, and ultimately this energy says that the exposure of this information is coming, ultimately helping you bake up a new love recipe. The previous recipe didn't work. You hated it. It was gross. It was dry, stale, whatever. But ultimately, you have an idea for a new love recipe. And if you actually bake it up, you will find something you like. Romantic feelings are so involved here. There's so much romance, especially with this Knave of Chalices. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, period. Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, open up to this kind of freeing, fluidic energy. The part you like, you're such an Aries, you love the chase, being playful in this energy. To recapture the romance, you have to kind of, if you're wondering how do I recapture this? Ultimately, you have to allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun and to shine and flirt and flirt. Express your love. There's so much about you feeling passion and feeling the feels. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. This Knave of Chalices believes in love and actually wants to put into the ripples of love the movement of love. Make an effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Beautiful. Okay, let's go next to the charms. Thank you guys so much for liking this video or interacting with it. I love, love, love interacting with you guys or seeing what you thought of this or what about it resonates. Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, Aries from the charms. No tarot, all charms. Okay, from the heart of the matter, you have to kind of companionship. Whatever companionship means to you, that is what is important here. It looks like companionship in itself is not being had currently as I'm picking up on this energy, and it looks like some type of liquid courage, alcohol, or some type of courage. You have to kind of step outside of yourself, be brave in this, and ultimately, as soon as that happens, the seed will be planted and growth will be an opportunity. Yes, growth, so much growth and fluidity in this growth. Ultimately, you're chasing an answer, and the answer in itself is organized. It has to be had. The initial M is on the bottom of your energy, and being able to kind of capture and witness this, in April, it's really important to kind of observe what's going on, be the observer, as well as being physical at the same time. This physicality is extremely like this expression. I don't know, maybe working out, maybe physically dancing, pumping iron, whatever it is, like physically being able to have an outlet. Okay, next moving to yes or no. If you haven't thought of that question, the time is now. Please understand, as an intuitive reader, I pick up on energy. That is how I'm able to read. Energy in itself is constantly moving and changing. So can this answer. So don't live on it like it's life or death. Think of that question, breathe into it. Okay, yes or no, Aries, in April, yes or no? My answer is yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Aries, thank you so much for being a part of this energy, sharing your energy. Here it is back. I look forward to seeing you in the future, especially if you subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell button so you get notified when I put out new content.